Hello student, today we will resume the tour of democracy that we were started in class 9. Today I will start the first chapter of civics of class 10th, that is power sharing. In democracy, all the powers does not rest with any one organ of the government. An intelligent sharing of power among legislature, executive and judiciary is very important to design of a democracy. As the title say, that is the power sharing. That means we have to share the power between the different organs of the government. So इस चैप्टर में हम क्या देखेंगे कि किस तरह से सरकार के जो विभिन्न अंग होते हैं उनके बीच में किस तरह से शक्ति का विभाजन होता है, किस तरह से शक्ति को बांटा जाता है, ये हम इस चैप्टर में पढ़ेंगे. In this chapter, we will study the story of two countries, that is Belgium and Sri Lanka. And both these stories are about how democracy handle the demand of power sharing. The first story is of Belgium. The Belgium is a small country in Europe which has a population of little over 1 crore, about half of the population of Haryana. It shares the boundaries with Netherlands, France and Germany. The ethnic composition of this small country is very complex. The meaning of the ethnic means the social division based on shared culture. Out of the total population of the country, 59% live in the Flemish region and speak Dutch language. Another 40% people live in Wallonia region and speak French. Remaining 1% of the Belgian people was speaking German. And in the capital city, Brussels, the ethnic composition was totally different. 80% of the people were speaking the French, while 20% of the people were speaking the Dutch language. So we can see that in a country, the Dutch speaking people are in majority and the French speaking people are in the minority. But in the capital city, Brussels, the French speaking people are in majority and Dutch speaking people are in the minority. The minority French speaking community was relatively rich and powerful. This made the Dutch speaking community angry as their benefit of economic development and education was much later. They were not getting such a benefit which was enjoyed by the French speaking community. During the 1950 and 1960, the tension between the Dutch speaking and the French speaking communities created due to this difference of development, due to the difference of the education or the facilities which was enjoyed by the majority class and not enjoyed by the minority class. Now I will move towards the story of Sri Lanka. The Sri Lanka is an island nation south of India having the diverse population of about 2 crore people, which is equal to the population of Haryana. The major social groups are the Sinhala speakers, it's about 74%, and the Tamil speaker, they are of 18%. The Tamils are divided into two groups, the Sri Lankan Tamils and the Indian Tamils. The Sri Lankan Tamils are the natives of the country and they are composed of 13%, and the Indian Tamils came from the India during the colonial period or the British period as a plantation workers, which comprise of the percentage of 5%. Most of the Sinhala speakers people are Buddhist, well, most of the Tamils are Hindu or Muslim. There are about 7% Christian who are both Tamil and Sinhala. In Sri Lanka, the Sinhala speakers enjoyed a majority over the Tamil speakers, which lead to differences and conflict between them. Sri Lanka emerged as an independent country in 1948. The democratic elected Sinhala government adopted a series of majoritarian policies measured to establish the supremacy of Sinhala. The majoritarian lead to the majoritarism, a belief that the majority community should be able to rule a country in whichever way it wants by disregarding the wishes and the need of the minority. They have made many policies such as in 1956 Act, the Sinhala was declared as the only official language. The government followed the preferential policies that favor the Sinhala applicant for the university position and the government job. These decisions gradually increases the feeling of alienation among the Sri Lankan Tamils. There was a conflict between the Sri Lankan Tamilians and the Sinhala people. The Sri Lankan Tamilians launches the parties and the struggle for the recognition of Tamil as an official language, for the regional autonomy and the equality of opportunity in securing education and job. By 1980, several political organization was formed demanding an independent Tamil state in northern and the eastern part of the Sri Lanka. Its lead to the civil war. The civil war is a violent conflict between opposing groups within a country that becomes so intense that it appears like a war. We can say that the war within the country, it is known as the civil war. The civil war has caused a terrible setback to the social, culture and the economical life of the country. Now our next topic is the accommodation in Belgium. Between 1970 and 1993, the Belgium constitution amended 4 times to work out an arrangement that would make everyone to live together. So they have made the Belgium model, and the Belgium model have the 4 key elements or 4 key points. The first, the constitution prescribed that the number of Dutch and the French speaking minister shall be equal in the central government. Second, many power of the central government has been given to the state government of the 2 regions of the country. Third, the Brussels has a separate government in which both the communities have equal representative. And the fourth, which is very important, there is also a provision of community government elected by the people belonging to one language community, which has a power regarding the cultural, educational and the language related issue. The Belgium model is very complicated, but these arrangements have worked well so far. When many countries of the Europe come together to form the European Union, the Brussels was chosen as its headquarters. After studying the story of both Belgium and Sri Lanka, now a question arises why power sharing is desirable. Thus, the 2 different set of reasons can be given in favor of power sharing. First, power sharing is good because it helps to reduce the possibility of conflict between the social group. The second, the deeper reason why the power sharing is good for the democracy is the power sharing is a very spirit of democracy. A democratic rule involves sharing power with those affected by its exercise and who has to live in its effect. Let us call the first set of reason the potential, and the second is the moral. So the first reason, that is the power sharing, is good because it helped to reduce the possibility of conflict between the social group. It is the potential reason. And the second reason where the power sharing is the spread of the democracy is the moral reason. Well, the potential reason stress that the power sharing will bring out the better outcome, and the moral reason emphasize that the very act of the power sharing as valuable. In modern democracy, the power sharing arrangement can be take place in many forms. There are four important forms of power sharing. The first is the horizontal distribution of power, in which the power is shared among the different organs of the government such as legislature, executive, and judiciary. It is the horizontal distribution of power because it allows the different organ of the government placed at a same level to exercise different power. The second one is the vertical distribution of power. The power can be shared among the government at different level. A general government of the entire country and the government at a provisional or the regional level. You can say the central government, state government, or local government as we followed in India. The third one is the community government. The power may also be shared among the different social groups such as the regional linguistic group, as we have seen the example of Belgium, where in the Belgium model the fourth point was the community government. The community government was a very good idea of power sharing in the countries like where the language differences or the regional differences are there. And the fourth one is the power sharing arrangement can also be seen in the way of the political parties, pressure group, or the movement control or the influence those in the power. So these are the four different forms of the power sharing. So in this way I complete the first chapter of the civics, that is the power sharing. I hope you have liked this chapter. आपको बहुत अच्छे से ये चैप्टर समझ में आ गया है. So प्लीज़ इस चैनल को, मेरे इस चैनल नॉलेज ओशन को प्लीज़ लाइक कीजिए, सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए. जितना आप इसको शेयर करेंगे उतना अच्छा है. मैं चाहता हूँ कि ये जो नॉलेज है, जो नॉलेज ओशन जो मैंने नाम दिया है, ये नॉलेज, ये ज्ञान जो है सब तक पहुँचे. और साथ ही साथ कमेंट ज़रूर करिएगा आपको क्या अच्छा लगा, क्या आपको पसंद नहीं आया, या आप क्या चाहते हैं कि मैं और आगे किन टॉपिक्स पे अपने वीडियोस बनाऊं. सो थैंक यू. जय हिंद. कीप स्माइलिंग.